I don't want to call it fake steez, but I don't think that the trick requires this much focus. What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Ninja Review. Today we are reviewing FP Footwear's Sunset Tour. Tomorrow, Barge the Block. Later in the week, Wade Disarmo, Thunder Trucks. I am reviewing anything and everything, but I don't want to continue poaching every video Thrasher does. For me, that feels lazy, and as much as I enjoy commentating pro video parts, I don't want to be like a Thrasher thief. So if you guys have any suggestions for professional skateboarders that I can review from one of the other major brands on YouTube, feel free to suggest those in a comment. And a lot of you guys are like, review my friend Freddy. I'd rather only review pro skaters on these major brands because at the very least, they've put themselves in a position to be watched, to be commentated, and even to be critiqued, more so than just some random kid skating in the Midwest. So let's begin. FP Footwear, Sunset Tour, rewind and play. Now, we're not going to critique this the way that we would critique, you know, some 16-year-old's sponsor tape. More so, we want to watch this and just give you guys my thoughts. Wait, did we already do this one? We were just complaining about the that filter or whatever that is, the 8mm, the dot right there. We were just complaining about this and about how every skateboard video does the exact same thing as the skateboard video before it. And, wait, let me fast forward. Hold on. Did we already review this one? Or literally is every skate video exactly the same? My God, dude. For as much as skateboarders say that what they do is art and how everyone stands out in their own like special unique way, bro, they're not. It's all the same. Oh my God. I've been seeing that filter on skate videos for 20 years and no one's thought of something more creative than that, and a time lapse of a sunset going down, a leaf, their friend smoking weed, an animal running away. The same filter again. We're gonna get that for the entire video. What is this? Jaws, nose grind down. Excellent. Kickflip board slide. We're off to such a disappointing start, and not just because of the, well, it is. It is because of the filter, but for me, it's because of what we reviewed last week, and all I did was complain. And then a week later, this video just came out 5 days ago. So I psychically predicted that every skateboarder is gonna do the exact same thing. And they're still doing it. It's one of those things where it's like, I wanna see skateboarding that makes me, how do I say it? Like proud to be a skateboarder, right? I don't wanna be predictable. I don't wanna be generic. I don't want everyone to know my next move. But skateboarders, it's like they do. Wow, that was insane. Who's that little guy? There's Brzezinski. Who's that little guy? Whoever that guy is good. I didn't read the names earlier. Okay. Another little guy with the ledge tech. Back three down the stairs. Nicely done. What do we got? Nollie flip 180 down the stairs. What a cool spot. So for a tour video, we don't want to expect too much. What do we get here? Front shove. Because for me being on tour, not that I was a big tour skater, but we would do skate trips many times throughout the year when I was filming for Neat and What Time When, and all the little things. I went many times to LA, many times to San Diego, many times to Arizona, Ohio, you know, wherever we could do a trip, I would always try to do it. But the issue is, you're not really prepared for much. You don't know what spots you're gonna skate, you don't know what injuries you're gonna have, and also there's this balance between, am I gonna go out here and land all these hard tricks, or am I gonna treat this kind of like a vacation? Because you're out there with your friends, you're in a new exotic place. I don't know where these guys are. Sunset Tour, I can't really, let me scroll down and see, where are these guys? Puerto Rico. They're in Puerto Rico, they're in an exotic place, have cool fruits and shit, cool skate spots, nice weather. Everyone's shirtless, enjoying the nice Puerto Rican sun on their Puerto Rican body, drinking Puerto Rican beer, smoking a Puerto Rican cigar and some Puerto Rican weed, and it's hard to keep all that together and perform on a skateboard. Also, I don't know about you guys, but it's kind of hard for me to sleep in a new place. I guess these guys probably travel a lot. Insane 540 there. What was that grab? That was just regular melon, or did he go through the legs? I couldn't quite tell. But yeah, the traveling thing is always a delicate balance between, am I gonna have fun? Am I gonna party? Am I gonna get a full night's sleep? Or am I gonna enjoy Puerto Rico? Because who knows, I might never come back. You guys forget too, and I'm sure this is not on their minds all the time, but one injury in skateboarding could be the end of your whole career. So when you're traveling like this, I do think it's a little bit important to you know, sit back and not let everything be about work. It doesn't have to be about work the whole time, because if you do get home, back to the USA, back to California, roll your ankle and it never heals, boom, you just had a free trip to Puerto Rico and you didn't even enjoy it. You didn't even eat the Puerto Rican foods. You didn't do a food challenge, you know? You didn't try surfing. There's water over there, right? Is there Puerto Rican surfing? I don't know. That, what do you call that? Fucking caveman switch overcook, or 180 switch overcook. That's kind of crazy. And a 180 out. Excellent. Anyways, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts about the balance of touring. Not that everyone's been on a tour, but it's kind of like that anytime you're on a skateboard. In fact, I have that balance right now. I went 2 weeks last week without health insurance. And there was this balance. I was like, no health insurance, dude. Do I even bother skating? Because I know with my luck, I'm going to get hurt. And that's not the best example for this context, but it's kind of like, hey, I'm in a brand new place. Do I want to have fun, or do I want to jump down the handrail? Also, there's also no guarantee that you won't get hurt on the first day. I was doing something at Woodward, also homophobic capital of the world, Woodward West, with Major Crew. And I remember our friend Angel, he got hurt on his very first day. So we're there for 5 straight days, and this guy can't barely walk. And I really felt his pain. Switch 180 Smith down there. That was crazy. Look at that line again. That might be the best line I've seen the whole video. Big ass frontside flip, which for these guys, is it big? You've seen this guy in Street League. A frontside flip is nothing to him. But then the switch 180 to Smith, for these guys to be this good day in and day out, I get it. You're on Street League. In Street League, the ground is perfect, right? The rail is perfect. In Puerto Rico, there's no way, right? The ground's got to be messed up. Look how aged and weathered the ground is and the ledges. There's people walking by. Jaws is kickflip grabbing. I remember an old Zoo York video. I think it was a Zoo York video. Somebody kickflipped that without the grab. Jaws had to do it with the grab, but that's okay. Excuse me. We're going to leave that in there. We're going to leave that in there. A lot of rollaways dropping in. What do we got next? Skate park footage. Remember the good old days of demos? I had the luxury of going to a couple of demos in the early 2000s where a pro team would come to your local town. They would skate your skate park. And it always inspired me, and also it always blew my mind that, oh, it's your first time ever skating here? There's been like hometown heroes and local legends that have been skating this park for 10 years, and you just did a trick that they could never ever do. You know what I mean? I think I watched the guy heel flip board slide, heel flip front board, bunker 9, and it was just some random kid, not even part of like the pro team. Then I remember Elijah Burrow came one day and grinded up a double kink handrail, and I was like, grinded up it? And then I think he tried to grind up the 9-stair rail, and I'm like, bro, who even thinks like that? And I figure that's probably what it's like on this tour. You get these, I would imagine, local skaters showing everybody like, oh, these are the spots. What are you looking for? A rail, a ledge. Maybe we can just drive around. You can see the scenery. And then they go, hey, I see that giant 40 stair. And you're like, dude, I live here. You're not going to be able to skate that. It's too big. And they get out the car and just grind it first try. That's got to be a fun experience, not only for the skater, but also for the tour guide. We got this grind across. We're gonna get a board slide across this. I hope we do, because I want to see if those cracks in the middle cause any problems. A lip slide. The squat. Okay, a little. I don't want to call it fake steez, but I don't think that the trick requires this much focus. As someone who's done a lot of board slides on fat rails like that and fat ledges, I don't know if it required that much focus, but still really cool. I'm not going to call that fake steez yet. My God, every single transition is this filter again. And I keep calling it a filter. I'm sure they're probably using the real camera, but it's just annoying. And what is this? Are we doing real skateboarding? Is this Tom Knox going to show us a tiny ollie? Okay. At least we got a wall ride. I was positive he was going to do a little baby ollie. The the new meta in skateboarding is to hide something stupid behind something small and just make the line as long as possible. So let me walk around and show my balance Gumiyagi style and ollie a 3-stair like Tom Knox, and then suddenly I've distracted the audience enough to know that I'm not that actually good at skateboarding. The most stylish heel flip in all of the world? Yes. Yes, I'm not like the biggest Neen fan. I don't know. It's not... It's perception, right? I've never met the guy. He's probably a super cool guy, but I have this perception that every time he makes a video that he has to show himself working out and then try and sell me like his own personal protein. But also, I think he has a restaurant, so like, I probably have more in common than not. And I kind of, as an active, like, current alcoholic, whenever someone who used to drink tells me I shouldn't drink, I always get that weird, like, are you being pretentious, man? I get that weird vibe. So obviously I'm overthinking that, but that's just, I'm human, guys. Sometimes I see somebody, what they present to me in a skate video, and I create a whole opinion of them in my mind. So that's mine. I'm curious if anyone else has ever experienced that. Hard flip, wall ride there. I think from Jaws, and the kick turn out of that was pretty crazy. He pulled it off. Oh, these guys are enjoying, they are out there enjoying, right? Some new food, jump in the water, backflip, another iguana. Can I get some more of that 8mm footage, please? Because if I don't see any more of that, I'm going to feel like maybe you guys are considering getting creative now, which that would be insane. Blindside big spin, nicely done. Kickflip no side. Dude, the kid has some very non-kid like style right now, and trick selection. A lot of little kids, they do the same shit, right? Boardside feeble, backsmith, that's all they do. You skate the rail, they do a board slide with knee pads on, and then their dad is nearby saying, he's only 9! Hey, I want to remind everyone of his age! He's only 9! Okay, I get it, fucker. But imagine being the actual good kid skater that just kickflip no-slid a real ledge. That's why he's on tour with these guys. FP Footwear. I just acknowledged, what is FP Footwear? Is that like insoles? Or is that a shoe that I just have never heard of? I've been skating DCs and S shoes for the past, bro, I don't know. But Circus too, for the past like 15, 20 years. Once I discovered them, I never changed. So even if there is like a new shoe company that comes out, I'm the last to find out because I'm so disconnected. In fact, for over a year, I didn't know how to pronounce Kairuma. I'm like, Kairuma? What is that? Why do I keep seeing that everywhere? Well, how come I go to the skate park, no one's ever wearing those? But I guess it's some barracks marketing thing. Who knows, man? Maybe you guys can update me down there. You got to grab the board. If you can't do an impossible, always grab the board. If you can't land the actual impossible, grab the tail. Everything will be fine. I knew this guy, Justin Fig, before he was good at tray flips and before he was good at hard flips, he would do hard flip, indie, and tray flip tail grabs. And they look so stupid. They look so stupid. Whatever, it's right up there with Benihana's, right? Although I do think that Benihana looks cool. Look at this, he doesn't need to grab the board because he's an actual talented skateboarder. Hall of Fame skater DeCenzo, skater of the year, I believe, potentially. Doing some skids for the kids. If you roll down a hill too fast, you don't skid enough for the kids, a kid gets his angel's wings by abortion. So that's why every time you skid down a hill, you have to skid, you're saving children. All right, this guy, do you think he's gonna touch his hands when he lands? Breaking skateboard after skateboard after skateboard. They need to invent like a Jaws-proof skateboard. Give it like 13 plies. The metal needs to be made out of like actual like American-made titanium. Is that the whole video? Wait a minute, I wanna look at the last trick again because I wasn't zoned in. Did his hands touch? They did not. Jaws is leveling up. We can all learn something from Jaws, try to level up. I've made video after video after video of him touching his hands on the tricks. And you know what? Even an old dog can change his ways. You know what? Maybe it's thanks to me. YouTube has been blocking my advice for years now. And all I'm trying to do is help people land their tricks in a more efficient and more aesthetic way. I'm joking. I'm not the reason Jaws landed that trick. Hopefully you guys can see through the jokes sometimes. Anyways, overall, I would say pretty good video, very entertaining, and for what it was, a tour video, other than the 8mm bullshit. I hope it's called 8mm, because if it's like 7mm or 6mm, I'm gonna feel dumb. Let me know in a comment what that shit is called. Anyways, for a tour video, very entertaining. kept my attention the whole time. A lot of big time hammers. And also keep in mind that as these guys are filming a lot of this stuff, they probably landed some harder tricks that they're gonna save for their board sponsors and shoe sponsors, trucks, you know, whatever. So to assume that this is the best they got on this trip, that would be, that'd probably be wrong. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in a comment who else we should review. Make sure it's a pro. Make sure the YouTube channel is on some type of like established professional brand, because the last time I reviewed a non-pro without their permission or consent, they got mad about it and they gave me a bullying strike. And I hope you guys are as disappointed in skateboarding as me, but that was like 5-10 years ago, and skateboarders have only become more and more pussified. So if I'm gonna review the pros, they don't really have the expectation of privacy that some kid who tic-tacs around his small town does. So that's why I've made the decision to only review pro skaters. Anyways, more videos tomorrow and the next day and the next day. We are going review crazy here. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow with another video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And that's all I got to say. Kuna Matata, bitches. In the arms